Hello, guys. Today we will start the forms of business organizations. The forms of business organization, firstly, that is the arrangement through the help of various institutional arrangements. The forms of business organization is depend on the various factors by which you categorize which type of business you wants to do in a future. Mostly the forms of business organization classified into the three ways. The first is a private enterprise, second one is a public enterprise, and third one is a joint sector enterprises. The private enterprise, if you try to see, the private enterprises are those enterprises which are owned, managed, and controlled by private person. Overall, we can say if we have 100% investment, then 51% investment done by the private entrepreneurs and 49% they will get the help from the government entrepreneur. Then we can speak that is a private enterprises. In private enterprises, we have the two non-corporate forms and corporate forms. In non-corporate forms, we have the sole proprietorship, that is calling the single seller, then the partnership, and then joint Hindu family business. We can speak in a short that is a HUF, Hindu Undivided Family Business also. Then in a corporate form, we have two, cooperative society and joint stock company. Then we have a public enterprises. Public enterprises are those enterprises which are owned, managed and controlled by government. Simply we can speak if we have 100% investment, then in public sector enterprises 51% investment by the government and 49% investment by the private persons from the market. Then we can speak here the enterprises run by the organization that is calling the public enterprises. Then the next one is the joint sector enterprises. That is a 50-50% investment by both. Simply we can speak joint sector enterprises on managed and controlled by private government entrepreneurs. The various types of joint sector enterprises you will see in a market. Now first we will discuss the sole proprietorship today. The sole proprietorship, a business which is owned, managed, and controlled by a single individual who is the recipient of all profits and bearer of all risk, is known as sole proprietor. And then person who will run this type of a business, that is calling the sole proprietorship. The term sole proprietorship defines itself evidently as sole means only and proprietor refers to owner. Then overall we can speak a sole proprietor is the one and only owner of this type of business organization. It is a famous form of business organization in a market. The various retail shops you will see in a market, these are the good example of the sole proprietorship. If we will go with the words of J.L. Hansen, then sole trade is a type of business unit where a person is solely responsible for providing the capital, for bearing the risk of the enterprise and for the management of business. Now, the various features we try to discuss that is related to the sole proprietorship. The single ownership, control, no separate legal entity, unlimited liability, no legal formalities, sole risk bearer and profit recipient. The first one is a single ownership. Yes, only the one person will be established this business, then the ownership is in the hand of the single or an individual person. Then the second one feature is calling the control. Yes, sole proprietor is only the one person and then he is managing, he is establishing, he is investing in his business, then he is having a full right to take the decision for his business. Then no separate legal entity. Legally there is no difference between business and businessman because the businessman is those who is individually try to involve in their firm and then their business is only controlled or run with the help of himself or herself, then their legal entity is not having any separation. Then unlimited liability because person is a sole proprietor and then he is an individual person, even for the profit he is enjoying everything. Then same time we can speak if any losses should be arises, then he is having the unlimited liability to pay or compensate the losses even. Then the no legal formalities not required to start, manage and dissolve such business organization. Any difficult legal formalities should be there? No, not at all, because he is an individual person. Then he should be start easily his sole proprietorship business, and then hardly he is managing or dissolving any of the thing. Then not such legal formalities he is enjoying in his business. Then sole risk bearer and profit recipient. I think you get it very easily this point, because he is an individual person. Then all the risk, even for the losses, he should be bear. But if he is having a profit, then he is only the recipient of the profit. Then various merits are there. These are related to the quick decision making, secrecy or confidentiality of information, direct incentive, sense of accomplishment, easy to form and close. Then some of the demerits also, or we can speak the limitations also in a sole proprietorship firm. Then we can speak the resources, or the financial resources are limited. Then the limited life of the business should be there. Then liability should be unlimited even, because he is a single person. And then limited managerial ability also, because he is only the one. Then his expertise is limited. Okay, then guys, the next one, joint Hindu family business, we will discuss in the next lecture.